Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I finally have the first floor done here in this freaking house, finally. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get into this first floor, finally. So here you see I've got a couple things down here. I've got this couch that was from one of my previous unboxing videos. I think it was the Luxe box. I had pulled that couch down here. I had a couple big plants that I had pulled down. I had thought about putting them up on the second floor, but they ended up coming down here on the first floor. I thought they'd take up a little bit more space down here because I was still unsure of how I was going to do this first floor. So here you're just going to see me moving a couple of things around. As you can see, I was struggling to see where I wanted to put this plant, so it's always good to like move them around, especially the very large ones with the leaves that poke out like this, because you don't want them to go through the walls. So I was basically just spinning it around, trying to figure out exactly how I wanted to place it. So right here you're going to see I'm selecting the objects. I right click and edit, and then I hold down the control key to then select the other items so that you can move them all at the same time instead of having to individually move items. I remember in the beginning of Second Life always struggling to decorate. I always still worked as hard as I do now, but it always used to take me so much longer to get things done just because I didn't take the time to learn tiny little control commands and things like that before I decided to like dive in. I'm like a head first kind of girl. Dive in, learn more later. I think I might have moved this particular tree like 5 or 6 times. I'm not so sure how many times you'll actually see it move in this video, but yeah, it was moved quite a few times, but I think I finally was happy with it being placed right there in the corner where it's first place. Of course, here I am putting a perm down just in case I have any problems resing, and there's nothing worse than pulling out a no copy item and screwing yourself over and having to relog or having it get lost after you relog. Ugh. Here I was just digging through my lost and found folder, which I need to go through and put things away. It's mostly just it's my lost and found folder, and then like old house objects folders. But I was trying to find one of my pre-made desks that I had put together, because I think I have 2 different ones put together. Honestly, this wasn't the one I was looking for, but I actually ended up sticking with this one because it fit the theme that I kind of had going down here a little bit better. But I wanted to have an area with a desk so that if I wanted to do some videos, you know, just sitting at it, it would already be, you know, pre-set up. This whole desk set was a gacha, and then I added my own few items, but I know like the gacha came with like the screens and the little laptop sitting there and the keyboard and all the accessories that come with it, but like all this cutesy stuff that's on top is just things that I've added to it. So there's like a little, I think that's like a radio box down there and a safe or something like that. At this point, I was trying to find something to kind of divide the space a little bit. I wanted to kind of divide it where the seating area was separate from the desk area to kind of make it more like an office feel in one spot, and like a relaxing area in another spot. And then still trying to decide what to do with like the other side of the room. I wasn't too sure, so I found this bookcase that I've had, and this is probably from a weekend sale, I'm sure, because I feel like I bought this not too long ago. That one was from the fourth wall, and I definitely wanted to add some more seating, so I was looking for some hanging chairs or a rocking chair or something to kind of fit the vibe of the room. I definitely went with this hanging chair. The rocking chair ends up going back into my inventory. Yeah, I placed this chair over in the corner. Just kind of sat it in the corner. I thought it'd be cute next to the bookcase. Grab a book and sit in my chair, you know? I want one of these in real life so bad. It's so cute with the pillows. Now here you're going to see there's a different chair to the right there. I had cut that part of the video out because I was quick to change it, so ignore that. But I added in this other egg chair, and I messed with the head a little bit pre-video, but I didn't want to waste too much time showing that because I ended up sticking with this tan color that is originally on the chair itself. So I kept that the same. I had to move this plant. This is another one that was just kind of floating off in space somewhere, and I couldn't decide where I wanted it, so I ended up sticking it over here in this corner. So there's a point in this video where this whole room is probably going to get flip-flopped at some point. I don't think we're there yet, but right here I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with this corner of the room on the left here, and I was going to add some garden like little knickknacks and things like that, but I ended up finding this light here, this lantern, and I wanted to place two of them over here by the entryway. So nothing like finding things by chance, especially when you're not intentionally looking for them, right? So in the process of trying to fill this corner, once again, I ended up finding something to be placed outside, which ended up changing the whole aspect of that corner now, because now I've got this entire cart with like cute little seedlings and pots, like a little work area, which is kind of what I was going to use that corner for. But this worked out. I think this is also part of the Lux box, if I'm not mistaken. But the entire setup was part of the pack. I was so happy. So while I was out here, I just decided to like move a few things around and kind of decide where I wanted what was already out there to be placed. So here you're just going to see me moving that chair that I had previously rezzed out, and moving the trees a little bit. I ended up moving the lawnmower over to the corner and just making it a little more spacious out there. Also, just realized that I've been saying the Lux box this entire goddamn video. It's not the Lux box, it's the Deco Crate. It was the Deco Crate that came out in July that I did a video about. I just, whew, so many options. At this point, I realized I needed some rugs. I still wasn't sure what I was going to do in that corner, if I was still waiting to throw some garden things in there, so I started to look for some rugs here. I did find one, and I ended up resizing this one a little bit and making it much larger than it is, but at this point, after I placed it, I was like, ugh, girl, I need a break. I need a break, so you know what that means. Dance break. watching this video like, Sage, get back to work. What are you doing? So I was thinking about throwing an aquarium out. An aquarium. And this one was pretty large that I had here. So in a moment this is going to change into a different aquarium. But at the same time, I didn't want to put this on the right side of this room because that's where the ocean is, and I felt like this desk would probably be better off over there so that my seat is facing the ocean, plus this magical ass waterfall that's hanging from my house, you know. So I definitely had to move the desk to the other side. So yet again, we had to select everything, slide it over, turn it around. I placed the aquarium on the other side of the room. Like I said, in just a second, you're going to see this change into a different aquarium that I had. That was a gacha. I couldn't see exactly where it was from. I don't think that the store is open for it anymore for this new aquarium you're going to see come out here. But I ended up switching sides with like everything in the room because it just didn't fit correctly having that big aquarium on that side of the room at that very moment in time. So you're gonna see everything here just switching sides. So it's probably good I took a dance break, huh? Because I certainly needed one. It doesn't hurt to play around with your house like this. I mean, sometimes you pull out something that's large, so you gotta move some things around and make them fit correctly. So as you can see, I moved this to this side, but then I had to move the hanging chair because now the hanging chair is going through the shelving unit. So I ended up also switching the sides these two chairs were on, and it just made everything fit a lot better. One thing I realized as I was putting this video together was that I didn't really do too many hanging plants, which I kind of wanted to do in the beginning, which I think I want to work on the landscaping a bit first and give the landscaping a bit of extra prims, and then after I finish the landscaping up, maybe throw some hanging plants in this area. But I just think with all the greenery around too, and then once you can see the bushes and the flowers from the outside area, it'll make up for what's not hanging inside, for sure. So here's the other aquarium that I was talking about. I just thought it fits the space a little bit better. The other aquarium, you couldn't resize it, it was in modify, and the size of it was just massive. So this one I liked a little bit better. Plus it's got that top part over there, which is kind of meant for like a drink tray or something, and you'll see me add a tequila bottle up there at some point. That was me just trying to figure out who created this object, but I was having a hard time seeing if the store was open or not. I don't think that it is anymore. But yeah, I stretched that rug out a little bit and made it fit the room a little bit better. I thought this piece of artwork would fit behind the couch like perfectly, and it ended up like exceeding all expectations. Just the colors of the natural wood with the wood that's behind the couch, I just thought it fit really well, and once I like resized it to be nice and big, I just think that it fits the aesthetic of the room really well. I definitely wanted to find some artwork to place above my little record player over there, so I thought this piece of art was really funny. Across the book it says boring shit, and I love to read, so it was like the perfect oxymoron to have on the wall, no? At this point, I was just trying to find a couple more plants to just throw around. I definitely wanted to find some type of a coat rack as well to just add to the front area to give an idea that it's the entryway, since there really isn't like doors or walls in this build, which I freaking love. I take some great pictures over here. I love when the sun can get in on its own, because if I don't have to build a light for myself, or you know, turn an object into a light, which isn't all that hard, I just really like the natural lights and the natural wind lights that Second Life provides. It just makes for really great pictures. As you can see at about this point, Second Life had given up on loading textures. It was just running so slow for me, but I really wanted to get this video finished for you guys, so at the end you'll be able to see these textures a little bit better. But this is the tequila bottle with like 2 shot glasses and a lime, and then this plant you'll be able to see it in full texture soon too. It's just, for some reason, Second Life just wasn't having it at all. And this is the coat rack I decided to, it wasn't like a whole coat rack, I just wanted like a little something to have like a sweater hanging to make it look nice. And then here is the final product. I can't say this enough. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or you want to know where something is from, just place it in the comments below and I'll do my best to try to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I think the only thing that was questionable that I'm not sure where it's from was the aquarium, but other than that, feel free to ask. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.